Okay, here we go. We're live. There we go. You know, I I never know when to start talking with this button. I got a little go live button, and then sometimes it's like I watch the replay and I'm just kind of sitting here with my mouth open for a second. It's just kind of embarrassing. But there we go. I think I hit it on the nail that time. On the replay, maybe it'll be like bam, just right to the me going whoa or whatever I was doing. I can't even remember. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Welcome. We're going to be hanging out talking about horror movies, maybe with a focus on Halloween Ends today. I wanted to talk a little bit about that. We had that teaser trailer come out earlier this week. I was kind of not expecting that. I also wanted to pitch a little theory about Tommy Doyle possibly still being alive. I was curious what you guys think about that. So, just a thought. What do we got here? Who's in the chat right now? Green Gaze, what is up? Mike Myers is good fun. Yes, I agree. What good fun he is. I mean, I don't think I'd want to hang out with him, though. He might stab me in the chest, so that might not be fun. Jen, what is going on? Jen, how's it going? Hello. Welcome. Wonderful moderator here. Kane, it is just me today. Just hanging out. What's up, Jake? What's up, other Jake? Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Woo! All right, so I just woke up from a nap, so I'm so ready to go. Ready to have some good talks today. Look at that. We already got some people coming in. I'm just gonna wait for people to come in. Gonna be ranting. Throw out some questions about Halloween Ends. Let's get this ball rolling. Gotta send it. So hilariously, I have something very funny to talk about. Rammstein's new album just came out today. I don't know if anyone listens to Rammstein. I'm so bad at multitasking. I have to send a very important text. But then we're getting to this. Let's go. Okay, so I have two things to talk about real quick when we're getting into horror movies. My Rammstein just put out a new album today, talking a little bit about it's a really cool album. It's called Zeit, translates to time in German, and I was really digging it. I love my parents so much. They're in their 50s and they're blasting that right now, and it's awesome. And I was like, oh, it's awesome. I love it, but please turn. I don't want to get demonetized. Please no. But yes, no, it's a banger though. If you guys listen to that, so it's some good stuff there. What is up, David Lee? What's up, Adam? Adam's here. What's up, David? What's going on? Cody's here. What's up, Cody? I came in with a theory about the kitchen scene. Heck yeah, let's spill the beans on that theory. Let's talk a little bit about it. Some good stuff there. Yes, I am pumped. Did the footage description from a few days ago change your mindset on the ending at all, or is it all just misdirection? Ooh, that's a good question. I'm still excited I'm still very excited for Halloween Ends. I think it's probably going to be one of my favorites of this entire trilogy, depending on how it ends. I talked a little bit in my video where I talk about like the ending and like what I think it's going to be, and this whole like I'm really thinking it's going to be something so brutal and so bittersweet, especially if this scene that they're describing is the real ending, if this is really the third act, or if it is misdirection, because that could be the case too, Jake. What I'm thinking though is that maybe like this is the end, and what if like everyone's dead? What if everyone is dead at this point? It's just Laurie on her own fighting Michael Myers. Like, whew, that would be pretty upsetting. Something like that to happen. That would be nuts. That would be insane for something like that to happen. That's kind of what I theorized a little bit. I was like, I have goosebumps just thinking about like the end of the movie being Laurie killing Michael, but like she's lost everything in the process, and she just like wails, and then bam, smash cut to title card. Halloween Ends. I don't want to get demonetized, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. I don't know. That would just be nuts. That would just be insane. What if Allison is dead and Lindsay is downstairs, knocked out, and Michael Myers and Laurie are fighting in the kitchen, and Myers has Laurie pinned down, and as soon as he is about to kill her, Lindsay comes in and helps. I could see that happening too. I don't know why I went with the dark route when I heard that news. I was kind of like in the mindset of like, oh my God, is Laurie the only one alive? Once again, like that, if that's the clip that came out, that's what everyone's describing it as, how they kind of like, I guess the trailer is mostly like reused footage from the past, and then the very ending is just Michael Myers coming out and then going to him and Laurie battle a little bit. That's going to be scary. It's going to be some scary stuff right there. I don't know. I hope there's a part of me that's like, I kind of don't want them all to be dead. But at the same time, to have that ending would be jaw-dropping. That would be a ridiculous shock to have everybody dead and then just Laurie still alive at the end after killing Michael. It would just be so upsetting. It would be so upsetting. We got a bunch more other people in here. 31 Hollow's Death, or Andy. What's up, Andy? Horror Union, what's going on? What's up? I like the little H. That's cool. It's a cool little thing you got going on there. What's up, Moser Movies? What's up? I'm fantastic. I just took a nap. I feel great. I needed a nap after this week. I was looking at my analytics and it was like, dude, you put out like 45 videos this month. Are you okay? It didn't say that, but honestly, I kind of wish YouTube had like a "Are you okay" department, just something to ask its creators, like, is everything? Are you doing all right? You doing all right there, bud? Yeah. You've live streamed for 12 hours this week, and we're worried about you. Hey, hope everyone is having an epic Friday. I'm having an epic Friday, Corey. I'm having a fantastically epic Friday talking about horror movies. What's up, Armando? What's up? Hi. Howdy, hey. Armando the star. You're a star to me, Armando. Jason Dyer's also in the chat. What's up? I hope the battle is in the middle of the movie. I am tired of Laurie versus Michael ending scene. Hoping for a very dark ending. Ooh, okay. That could be cool. Like I said, I do, although I kind of talked about that in my last video about how like everyone else is dead up until that point, like how upsetting would that be? I do think that that scene, I have not seen it yet. Obviously the only people who have seen it is the CinemaCon people, but it would be sick if that was like right in the middle of the movie. That's kind of what I'm expecting. There's probably some kind of misdirection there, like, because you see that, right? You see just like Laurie Strode in the kitchen going to battle Michael, and if she's alone by herself, the first place my mind went to was everyone else is dead. Everyone else is dead, and Laurie is left alive to fight this. So to fight this on her own. So love your live streams. Thank you. I appreciate it, Meg. Can I call you Meg? Mega Ruru 123. Thank you. I appreciate it. What's up, JJ? How's it going? Michael Myers pulls off his mask and is revealed to be Jason Voorhees. Now, this is funny that you bring that up, because I've heard a lot of people talk a little bit about something they're concerned with this new film, about like how I pitched this theory a while back where it was like, it's Michael Myers and he's living in the woods and he's freaked, he's living on his own. He's been out there for 4 years or so. He's biting into rats. He's living in a cave. It's really just like depraved. It is depraved. He's like a caveman again. And something sparks him to go back to Haddonfield and start killing. What that could be, I kind of talked about how maybe it was like, oh, maybe it's like some kids find him in the woods. Maybe they have like a dare to go into this cave and find him, and and they kill him. Or Michael kills them, of course, and then makes his way back to Haddonfield. He's like, oh, people have found me. I don't know if that's what he's thinking or not. Some excuse to bring him back. But where I was going with that is that a lot of people are worried that he's going to just be Jason Voorhees living out in the woods in his shack somewhere or something. It's just going to be the same thing. I think it's different enough depending on how they portray it. Like if they show him as a little more intelligent, like maybe he's like splitting logs or something, and you like have some wide shots of like the back of Michael Myers. Like you never show his face because that's creepier that way. They've kept that steady throughout all these new movies. You have these wide shots of him like in the woods, like hacking up wood, and then maybe he hears something in the distance and he goes and hides behind a tree or something. But and maybe you get some tight shots in that little montage of like the back of his head or something, or like the log splitting, but then it cuts back to the wide shot. Like that would just be such a really cool transition. And then you hear like kids in the woods walking, and they're kids having kid dialogue. Like let's say they're like 13, 14-year-olds who are still trick-or-treating, and they're kind of talking about like how you're a loser if you're still trick-or-treating. We're gonna go out into the woods and go find the monster in the cave. You know what I mean? Something like that. I think that could be cool. I think that would be a really sick scene. A reason to bring him back. I also, Armando, I love this. What if Michael Myers lived in the sewers to hide? I just think that would be so cool. Oh my god. Him biting into a rat would be sick. That'd be awesome. Jason Dyer, thank you for the super chat. To answer your question, I'm okay, man. How are you feeling? Are you getting enough rest? We all care about you. The stream has already made my day. Thank you, Jason. That's why I do it right there. I try to make people's day. I do my best. I got a nap in today, thankfully. I'm pretty tired. It's been a nutty month. I don't know if you guys have seen all the, I literally just talked about a couple minutes ago. I don't know if you're here, Jason, about how I wish YouTube had like a little like, are you okay message if you posted too many videos or did too many live streams. Just be like, are you doing all right? You doing okay there? I'm all right. I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably gonna be taking the next like 2 or 3 days off after this. I posted something on Instagram just now saying like, yeah, it's probably, the last live stream of the month. And I was kind of alluding to, I'm probably going to be taking a few days off to chill. When I'm not working on this, I'm working on the movie pretty much. So I all of my time has been working for the past like 2 months, pretty much. I've like this whole week, I haven't even had time to. I like to throw on a horror movie, like something that I'm completely unfamiliar with. Whenever I'm chilling, it's nice because I can like. What's nice about about doing that is like I can expand my knowledge of horror and then like throw something at you guys about like, oh, this random ass horror. Like that's how I found Alligator. You know what I mean? That's how I found Alligator. That's how I found some other thing. And like to recommend that is always, that's always fun for me. I like doing that. And I love watching horror movies on my own as well. So I haven't even had time to do that this week. So I'm like, okay, I need to relax a little bit. So I'm doing this big live stream. Then we're chilling. What's up, Necessary Distraction? How's it going? What's up? Myers is unhinged. He needs a therapist that enjoys a challenge and exorcism, maybe like a horse tranquilizer. I'm sorry, that's really funny, man. Yeah, Michael Myers needs a little more than a therapist, I think. Yeah, 100%. An exorcism. He needs he needs a shower, an exorcism, and a bunch of horse tranquilizers. That's what the guy could use, for sure. Kane, we got it, man. I appreciate the sentiment, but we got it. You know, you don't gotta keep putting that in the chat. We get it. I hope he doesn't talk in this movie. Good point, Jake. That would ruin the scary element of Michael Myers to me. There's something so scary about how silent he is throughout everything he does. I agree, Jake. I think that they're kind of in a weird sort of way. It's almost like I feel like I could see them building that up. I could see like how they could be building that up throughout this movie. One of the first things, Critical Overlord just sent me a really interesting message. We have been going back and forth on Jeepers Creepers stuff like the past couple of days. We're like two little girls at a sleepover, super excited about something that's not very exciting. But what was I saying? But yeah, Michael Myers, him being silent, I think is overall just scarier. Him absolutely saying nothing. I think something I thought about in the first movie, like when I saw it for the first time in Halloween 2018, was what was I getting at? Oh, the very beginning when Aaron's just like, say something, Michael, say something, and it bam, just cuts to Halloween title card. It was awesome. But something that I thought was really interesting about that, I thought they were maybe setting it up the entire time for Michael to say something. Like, is he really gonna say something right now? Like, if this is Halloween 2, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 all over again. I don't know if I like that or not, but I think what they're setting up is the fact that everyone wants him to say something, but he's never going to, because that's just not who Michael Myers is. Michael Myers is not a dynamic character, and that's why the Rob Zombie movies don't work for me personally. Because it's almost like you're watching a superhero film, like where he's like start to finish through 1 and 2, he kind of changes dynamically his character, but that's not as scary to me as someone who just like mindlessly kills and has nothing else on their brain. That is so much more scary to me. So. Good question. Ghostface, this depends. I think this depends on the situation. Because I think Freddy Krueger, what makes him is the iconic lines like, welcome to prime time, bitch. You know what I mean? Like, that's awesome. Like, that's so funny. And it's great. It's like if Freddy didn't talk, I feel like I almost wouldn't like him as much, I think. Oh, Jason Dyer, totally missed your super chat. Thank you. You have been doing a lot of dabbing, Taco Time. Never, and listen, Jason Dyer, I will single-handedly bring the dab back from 2016, and we're going to just do it right now. Bam! Ugh! I'm so old. I was in high school when that was cool. Like, that is how old I am. I hate it. Is Jeepers Creepers an alien like I always imagined he was, because the spine thing seems to keep him connected? Ooh, interesting theory. I guess we'll never know now with this news about Jeepers Creepers. It's in court right now. It's probably going to be delayed for a very long time. They just stopped the marketing, if you guys noticed, which that's another reason why I'm thinking, Kane, you're all good, man. Kane, don't worry about it. I see your comment. It's fine. Don't worry about it. What I was getting at though is with Jeepers Creepers, I feel like, yeah, like we might have gotten an answer in this Jeepers Creepers Reborn, but now with the news about the lawsuit and like they just ultimately they just stopped the marketing altogether. There's like no marketing for the film. There hasn't been anything for like a month. No idea what's going on. It's a whole mess. Michael will take off his mask and say Rosebud. Jason Dyer, thank you for the super chats, man. As always, I really appreciate it. Jason is killing it in here all the time, and we greatly appreciate it. Everyone at the KillJoy team, including Jake, myself, and the other Jake, who all live here and all record videos. and we all take turns. So, like, I just have clones of me that live in the closet over here, and we all kind of just take turns doing the videos. So I'm quoting a video if anyone knows what I'm talking about. Probably not. I don't know if I said hi to Riot Ryder yet, but hi. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. If you want me to say hi to you, make yourself known in the chat. New Horror Squad, what's up? I want to see Michael versus Jason. Do you? Ooh. Yeah, I could see that. My thing is, like, Jason and Freddy have so much beef already, you know? Like, I almost want to see the rematch of that. I'm almost leaning more towards that a little more. Like, I know that's probably a little unoriginal. I know that's probably, like, a little bit like, Jake, come on, you don't want to see more horror movie icons fight each other? Come on. I say I kind of want to see the rematch. I'm not going to lie. Kind of want to see the rematch first. Freddy versus Jason, too. Let's get it going. Tommy is totally dead. Probably. Electric scooter guy. So I wanted to pitch this because, like, I think that they're probably going to be doing something with what the whole reason the cogs were working in the brain about Tommy Doyle was because I was thinking about what's his face, Frank Hawkins. I was thinking about Hawkins from the last movie, about how he got brought back. It was rumored that he might still be alive, but it wasn't, like, confirmed. And then when we found out, yes, he is still alive, they did that on purpose for a certain reason. Could they do the same thing with Tommy Doyle? Questionable, I would say. I think it's questionable. I was gonna do a whole video on that, but I really didn't have a crazy theory on, like, why they would bring him back. I mean, he was cool. You know, he had some cool lines besides the whole "Evil dies tonight" thing in. Yeah, it was a bit much, you know, in the last movie. So, oh, Michael, you had to kill Marion Chambers. You had to do that in the last outing, Michael. God, dang it. What's going on? What's going on? Have you seen a horror movie called Venom? If you're talking about the Sony movie, I have seen that and its sequel. I don't know about if there's a straight up horror movie called that. I have not seen that. Terminator T800. I don't know if I said hi to you yet. Great show. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. It's Gore Time Topic. Hey, dude, love your channel. Keep up the great work. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Who else have I not said? I'm on a mission right now to say hello to everybody. Callum says Tommy Defo dead. I mean, listen, probably. It's hard to argue that. I'm not gonna lie. Bob Hunt. I don't know if I said hi to you, Bob, but what's up? Thank you for being a channel member, by the way, Bob. I appreciate it. Michael versus Jason would need to have a round story and cast to carry a story as at least Freddy speaks, so it could move with that, but it's just my opinion. That's a really, really good point, Bob, because there's a lot of things in that Freddy versus Jason movie that only works because Freddy can talk. So, like, if you had two of the killers that couldn't talk, it might be a little weird. I could almost see, like, for that purpose, you'd almost have to make, like, an Chucky versus somebody movie. But, like, I feel like that would suck because Chucky's, like, he's even sillier than Freddy, I feel. So, like, you maybe could put him against, trying to think, like the Leprechaun, maybe you could do that, a versus movie there, if they ever decide to do that. I would actually kind of be interested in that because, like, you know, it's Chucky's voodoo, the Leprechaun's magic. There's a lot of reasons to pit those two together, I think. And they both talk. They both have their quips. It's a whole thing. So, oh, Izzy, thank you so much for the super chats. I appreciate it a whole lot. Any tips for inspiring horror YouTubers? Love you. Thank you. I love you too. I'll say this. What's really tough about getting started is just, like, trying to get a video up there, trying to get a video, like, to compete with others. It's really not a competition. Like, we're all friends in this wonderful horror community, but if you're gonna get your video out there, try to, like, don't make a clickbait kind of video, but make something that's, like, talking about something that's recent, talk about, like, something you are very excited about, and put that passion into your video. Try to, like, you gotta try to find this mix between, like, something that's really popping right now and something you're really passionate about. You gotta find those two things, mix them together, and then talk about that on your page. Don't just talk about, like, listen, I could be talking about that Poppy's Playtime movie thing that's going on. That's a whole huge story. I'm probably not going to make a video on it just because I've never played the game before. I don't know too much about it. I would rather just talk about the stuff I'm more excited about, like, and the passion will show through, if that makes sense. So that's my best advice for an up and coming YouTuber, if that's good enough. I don't know. I feel like that's something that I went to the mindset of, like, in starting January 2020. I had no idea what I was doing in 2019. I started doing that, and then bam, there we go. I'm almost at 10,000 subscribers. So, like, go nuts is what I say. Go nuts. Do your thing. Do what you love. Talk about what you love, and you'll get somewhere. Jason Dyer, thank you for the $20 super chat. We greatly appreciate it. Everyone here at the KillJoy team, once again, I want to thank Jake behind the scenes. I want to thank myself. I want to thank the other Jake 2.0, Robot Jake, Fishy Jake. He's got gills. He has to live underwater. He really doesn't do videos anymore because, he would suffocate if he were to sit where I am right now with all the air. What am I talking about? Jason, what if Kirby has become a psychologist and she has been having ghost face drama? To face her drama, she starts visiting Stu. You could get the behind the scenes with Billy and Stu. Maybe Kirby is the one who gets Stu released. Interesting theory. Interesting. We talked about this the other day. I'm only on the Stu train if they decide to do some kind of purpose, some kind of really cool meta commentary with his return, because I do feel like if they bring him back, I feel like, unfortunately, the most likely situation might be like misusing the character or doing it in a way that might come off as something that would just be way too polarizing to the fans and something that's kind of iffy. I could, if they go that route though, I could see it, and involving Kirby with all that would be sweet. I mean, listen, two of those characters I absolutely love. Oh my God. Sorry, my father is texting me some very funny stuff. I love both those characters. To see them come back would be fantastic. I would love that. I feel like Kirby needs to come back at this point because of that little Easter egg. Like, you gotta give us a little bit of Kirby. Come on. I want to have that conversation between Kirby and Mindy so bad where they're just geeking out about horror movies. I think we were talking about it on the last live stream where I'm like, what if Mindy and Kirby hate each other and totally have different opinions on horror films and like they're just going back and forth? Like, I'd pay top dollar to hear that dialogue. I really would. That's really exciting. That would be so exciting to me. But Jason, thank you again for the super chat, man. I greatly appreciate it. So wow, we got some good comments going on here. Heck yeah. Michael's never gonna die. Listen, Michael, you killed some great people in that last movie. I gotta be honest, man. I'm like almost like I kind of think he's gotta die. I'm sorry, Michael. I'm sorry. I know you're hearing it here first. I don't want you to think I'm talking bad about you behind your back, though. I'd rather be straight up and honest with you. I'm so sorry. I want to say hi to everybody here. What's going on, Tara Carpenter? What is up? What is your fave Halloween movie? I feel like, the default answer is John Carpenter's classic 1978. But, like, there are also a lot of really good sequels in this franchise as well. Like, I love H2O. H2O is one I watch a lot. Halloween 4 has been one I've been putting on a lot more than before. The first time I watched Halloween 4, I was like, okay, that was whatever. It just kind of felt like a more tame version of the original. But the more I watch it, the more I'm like, I'm really starting to like this one. I don't know what it is, if it's the characters. I think it's the characters, honestly. I really love the characters in Halloween 4. And then Halloween 5 just totally misuses them, in my opinion. I have come to like Halloween 5 a little more. And I've been meaning to watch this. Drum Dums did a video talking about, I don't know if I heard people talking about it. I've never seen it, but apparently he did a video talking about how to fix Halloween 5 and people love it. Like, I'm so curious. Like, he loves the Thorn trilogy. So I'm really curious what his critiques of 5 are. Because I've heard him talk so positively about like Curse, which Curse is not bad. I think Curse gets a lot of hate, but it's fun. I don't know. I'm very curious to see that video though. So a little shout out to my dude Drum Dums. Savannah Hunt, what is going on, Savannah? Hey everyone, hope you all are having a great Friday. I'm having a fantastic Friday, Savannah. Thank you. I hope you're having a fantastic Friday too. You can totally tell when someone makes a video about something that they don't care about at all. The video will most likely suck no matter how good they are. Yes, that's a very good point. Necessary distraction. If you have the passion, if you have that towards whatever subject you're talking about, it's going to show. And if you don't, that's also going to show. So don't talk about something just to get clicks. Like, listen, I could talk about Marvel movies and get a bunch of views, but I'm just not super passionate about them. Like, they're fun. I see them. I see almost all of them, but like, I'm not really super into that. Doctor Strange though, very excited for Doctor Strange. I have an interesting question, but why do we find fictional serial killers like Michael Myers, Jason, or Freddy, but in real life, we would completely hate them? Oh, so you're saying like, yeah, we love them because they're in the movies, but in real life, we would totally hate them. Of course we would. Yeah. That's just like, listen, if these people were real and killing people, yeah, we would totally hate them. That would suck. That would not be any fun at all. But yeah, we like watching fictional kills here at the KillJoy Jake YouTube base and home base, which definitely is not my childhood bedroom. I think that, yeah, that's a really good point. If you've ever seen what is that movie called? Behind the Mask with the rise of Leslie Vernon, I think it's called. They kind of talk a little bit about that, about how like all these movie serial killers are real and like what that world would look like. It's a really cool little movie. How it's like the serial killers are still kind of glorified, but like then you kind of get to see them in action. That's like, that's not. I don't know if I support that. You know, don't be killing people. It's no fun. Who do you think will die in Halloween Ends? Great question, Tara. I'm seriously back and forth on this question. I'm like, I kind of want to pitch this theory where like almost everyone dies except Laurie maybe. And it's just super upsetting. Like it's a super dark, bittersweet ending. And it's like, yikes. Oh man. Like this is upsetting. I also see the other route though, where just about everybody survives. I feel like it's gotta be somewhere on both ends of that spectrum, because this is not going to be a clean cut ending to a horror movie. This is going to be something that's really messed up, really bittersweet, because he can't have a sweet ending at this point. We've shown too many things that are just messed up, so many traumatizing things that we've had to deal with in these past two movies. I feel like it's got to go down that bittersweet route no matter what. It's not going to be happy one way or another. These four very lovable characters that we're going into Ends with, like that's Hawkins, Lindsay, Allison, Laurie. At least one of them's going to die, I think, for sure. And it's going to suck because I love all four of those characters. I almost don't want them to die. I was pretty upset with Tommy Doyle even. He was kind of annoying me towards the end of that movie. So thank you, Ghostface, for the super chat. I appreciate it. Did you know there are 3 human centipedes? Yeah, and I have seen all of them, unfortunately. Yeah, honestly, you'll be kind of wasting your time with those sequels, especially that third one. I actually like the first one. I think it's a pretty damn good like psychological thriller more than anything. It's known for the gross out aspects of it. Like everyone knows it for being the movie where everyone eats poop and their mouths are sewn to each other's buttholes. But that first movie, pretty good psychological thriller. I got to be honest. Like you got to give it credit where it's due. But those sequels are just all about the gross out factor. That's the problem to me. It started as one thing that I think was actually kind of a really sick and twisted idea that was done pretty well, actually. I think it's quite underrated, that first movie. It, like I said, it's chalked up to be just a gross out kind of movie, but it's a lot more than that. The sequels, they're just gross out movies. They're nothing special. It's how I feel about them. They're just gross to be gross. The plot lines aren't really purposeful. That's how I feel about them, honestly. But yeah, that first one though, underrated, I think, which is a really weird, really weird opinion to have. Human centipede movies are terrible. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, there. I think the people who make them understand that. Like that's what they're trying to make them bad. Like I don't think they were going into that being like, oh, this is gonna be something for the whole family, you know? Like no way. What's going on, S? How's it going? I made it. What's up, Killjoy Jake? I'm just vibing. I'm absolutely vibing out here. Kirsten, what's going on, Kirsten? Do you think they'll eventually make more Halloween movies? Yes. Jason Blum did say that this is the end of the timeline for the new like timeline with David Gordon Green. We also have plans with David Gordon Green and Blumhouse to be doing The Exorcist, a new Exorcist trilogy after Halloween Ends is done, and the first movie of that comes out later next year. Don't know how I feel about that, but that's a whole different argument and whole different rant right there. But will they do more with Halloween in the future? Absolutely. You can't kill the boogeyman, is what I say. Even if they do kill him in this new movie, you don't put him down. The guy he's making numbers. I believe Halloween 2018 is one of the highest grossing slasher films of all time. They're not just going to let that go. They're not going to just be like, yeah, you know, we're done with Halloween. Nah, I guarantee you after this new Exorcist trilogy is done, Blumhouse will probably think about doing something with that IP. I seriously don't think that it's done after this movie. There's a few franchises you just can't kill that they'll just keep making movies for. And I'm not really against that. I kind of want to see new directors give us their take on these movies. To me, it doesn't ruin the past. You're always going to have Halloween from 1978. You're always going to have those past movies, the ones you like. And, you know, sometimes you get movies that retcon stuff from the past movie that was really cool. And then it's like, kind of sucks. But I don't think that's going to be the case here. Like Halloween Resurrection is a misfire to me in every capacity. But like some of those other sequels are a lot of fun. Not all of them are great, and you're going to get that with new movies like this. Like a lot of people don't like Halloween Kills. I thought it was enjoyable. There's really no plot, especially when you get towards the end, but it had a lot of really cool. It was like a candy popcorn movie for people who love the Halloween franchise is how I feel about it. So I don't know. I there will definitely be more if I had to pick that right now. Nate, what is going on, Nate? Hey, Jake, what would you do if Karen is in Halloween Ends? So there's a lot of evidence that would suggest she's not. I could, like, once again, I wouldn't put it past this movie to resurrect a character we think is dead right now, because they already did that in Halloween Kills. I could see them doing it again in Halloween Ends for some reason. I don't think Karen is alive, though. And why I say that is because they did that on purpose. It was the last kill of the movie in a movie called Halloween Kills. So with that, I really think it's going to be really purposeful for Laurie's character development in this next film. We're going to see her probably getting over that, spending the past 4 years trying to get over that, and like it's going to have something to do with her character. I think this is going to be a very Laurie focused movie, would be my guess. I don't think she's alive. That's what I'm saying. But if they totally pulled the wool over my eyes and totally fooled us, and bam, Karen's in the movie. We got Karen back. That'd be pretty cool. I like Judy Greer is fantastic. She's amazing. I'm watching Arrested Development for the first time, and she has a very small role in that, but she is so funny. Oh my God. I love her so much. Everything she's in, she always elevates it. Another thing Judy Greer was in, I'm sorry, I'm going on a weird tangent right now, is, what was the name of that? It's like this movie where she buys a dog and like the dog is like this evil demon and eats all these like people in her life. It's a crazy film. I cannot remember it for the life of me. It's one of those like Hulu original Into the Dark kind of movies that she stars in, and it's surprisingly really good. Those are pretty hit and miss, mostly misses, but the ones that hit I think are really good. There's another one called I'm Just Fucking With You, which that's the title of it. Fantastic as well. I really liked that. The Pilgrim one was good. I can't remember the name of that though, off the top of my head. Those are the three that I saw that were really good. Oh, and whatever the New Year's Eve one was really good too. I cannot remember that one though. I can't remember the name of that one. Run was filmed close to where I live. Oh, is Run is that movie with the girl from American Horror Story, right? Here we go. We got some more info on Run. Good Boy, yes, Necessary Distraction. Thank you. Yeah, I really enjoyed Good Boy. I thought that was cool. Run was filmed in a town called Selkirk in Manitoba, Canada. No way. I'm going to Canada next year at some point. So that's really cool. That's sick. I still haven't seen Sarah Paulson. Wow, Necessary Distraction is on point tonight. Wow, killing it. Good stuff. Thank you. Yeah, Sarah Paulson's fantastic in everything she is in as well. Some good stuff from her. I still haven't seen Run. I hear it's great. What did I watch her in? I watched a little bit of that movie where she's I'm totally blanking today on everything. I'm just not, you know what? I'm not even gonna say it because Necessary Distraction's just gonna correct. No, I'm kidding. I'm just messing with you. I'm kidding. Mega Ghostface, because he's just human. Extron Gaming, what is going on? I would love to see Chromeface Ghostface in the next film. I think that's just so cool. I almost kind of want to see more of Stab 8 in the next movie. I know we've had a lot of people talking about like, oh, we should get away from the Stab movies. You know, we should push that back. But like, I've always thought that was fun. I thought it was really fun in this latest movie. That was so funny. It's Matthew Lillard in a Chrome Ghostface with a flamethrower and cutoffs. Come on, that's great. That's so funny. Some good stuff there. Run is so scary. I'm gonna have to add it to the watch list. I missed it. You know, there's so many good horror movies that come out. I don't get to see everything. But I try to always at least, you know, I always try to watch the things that like I hear people saying are really good. I always try to watch that. You watch Archer? I've watched a little bit of Archer. Who does Judy Greer voice on Archer? Ooh, okay. I love Bob's Burgers guy with the deep voice. He is so funny. Like his voice just instantly cracks me up. Bob's Burgers is fantastic, by the way. Absolutely. H. John Benjamin. Hey, I remembered something. There we go. Bam! Jake is remembering stuff today. I love H. John Benjamin. He is so funny. So there's something about some people's voices that like just instantly like click and make you laugh. So what's up, Steven? How's it going? What's up? Callum, I can't remember if I said hi to you, so I'm saying hi again. Michael's mask is apparently weathered and knitted together. Interesting. I could see, like, I wanted mask variation in Halloween Ends. That's something I really want. I kind of don't want the whole, just refresh, you know, the restart. Like some people have talked about how like, oh, maybe he finds it he finds the same mask at a costume store. Maybe someone's wearing it. Maybe someone's like pretending to be the boogeyman. We could do a little commentary on how like people treat really harmful situations, like really disturbing things like that, how we kind of make a joke of them 4 years later after the things. Like, this is horrible, but like, think about like the jokes we made about like real life horrible things and how like, yeah, it's funny to people, but it's like, that's kind of insensitive in a lot of cases. I won't give any examples because that's not the kind of stream we're doing today, but yeah, like I could see that being the case in this next film, but I also kind of want Michael Myers to be wearing like a brand new kind of mask that's like something that shows all the damage from the past two films still. I think that's interesting, and to have it like all sewn up and stuff with like some old yarn or something, that might be kind of gross. I'd be down for that. Some blood-soaked, like yellow, disgusting yarn with like just really gross colors. I'd be kind of sick. That'd be kind of sick. He'll find the blonde, the Ben Tramer mask. We were talking about how Ben Tramer is technically still alive in this universe, so that mask is still out there. Still out there, technically. Do I play Dead by Daylight? If not, you need to. There is Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, Pinhead, Pig from Saw, and Leatherface. Yes, I have played it. I haven't had time to play it recently. I've just been super busy with everything in my life, but I love Dead by Daylight. It's a lot of fun. I actually like it a lot more than the Friday the 13th game. It's kind of like very similar, it's kind of the same thing, but just a lot. I think it's a little more developed, if that makes sense. I like the Friday the 13th game, but it could use a little more, I think. You play like 3 rounds of it and you're kind of like, okay, I'm kind of done. My dad is the boogeyman. Well, your sister's dad is the killer here. So, Tara. Silly Tara. Tricks are for kids. Spoilers, Ghostface. Gosh. Maybe he goes and skins Captain Kirk's face and wears it. William Shatner is confirmed to be in this movie. No, I'm totally kidding. Wow, Tabitha, I'm just thinking about the insane meta joke that would be if they got William Shatner to be in this new movie and he like skins him alive. Like, wow. I didn't realize I needed that until you said it. I didn't realize how much I needed that scene until you put that out there. Yeah. That's so funny. Might have a few new stains, but that's it. Where are those stains from, Steven? Where's that mask been, huh? I'm just kidding. Yo, what's going on? Thank you. What is your $10 opinion on where you really think Michael has been for the last 4 years leading up to Ends? Thank you so much, Carter. I appreciate it. Thank you. My $10 opinion. Let me go get my 3-piece suit for this if I'm going to get paid for it. Honestly, I really do think, I don't know if he's been like out in the woods. I don't know if he's like been out in the woods. Like I kind of talked about that a little bit. I really like the idea of him being in the sewers. I will say though, I did a whole video talking about like where he could have been. And if you look up like Illinois, like where, Haddonfield, Illinois, where it's at, I think you could like write in a fictional cave being very close to the town. That Illinois is known for a lot of cave systems there. I could see that. I could see that being the case, him living there. The working title for this was also known as like Cave Dweller. That could be literal. That could be just a random thing they threw in there. I could see it being the case though. Him living somewhere like in seclusion. I really want to see Michael Myers biting into a rat. Listen, I'm not asking for much. If there's a horror god out there, just let Michael Myers bite into a rat. Just like a little, just like how messed up would that be? That would be sick. Thank you, Carter, for the super chat. I greatly appreciate it. Bruh says, I'm going to cry if Tommy is alive because that is legit the stupidest thing ever. Well, like, how do you feel about Frank, though, coming back in the last film? Like, it's similar. I'm not exactly like, rooting for that to happen. I kind of just want to talk about it. That's how I feel about a lot of my videos. Like I'm not like saying, hey, this needs to happen, but it's just a suggestion. Like, what if this happened? How would we feel about it? Is there some kind of way they could do it in a really interesting way? That's kind of how I view my theory videos, more or less. And this is a theory I'd like to pitch out there. What if Tommy was still alive? What would he be doing in plus 4 years after Evil did not die tonight? What would be going on? I don't know. I mean, he's probably dead. He's probably, to my knowledge of like all the filming, like and all the behind the scenes stuff, I'm pretty sure Judy Greer wasn't there, and I'm also pretty sure that Anthony Michael Hall is his name. Three names in one name is tough for me to get right. I almost always mix it up, but yeah. What, Kane? Thank you so much. You're the only channel where the videos I watch more than twice. Thank you, Kane. I appreciate that. Ooh, okay, interesting. Ty says, it bothered me having Hawkins survive. He got stabbed in the neck and his legs ran over by a car. That is something I forgot about, Ty. I gotta rewatch Halloween 2018. Yeah, he did ran over by a car. So he wouldn't really be able to help too much if Michael Myers came back, huh? That'd be pretty upsetting. Well, I still hope he's okay. It would be kind of weird if, he was stuck at home or something for the whole movie. It's like, why keep him alive at that point? I hope he has some kind of purpose in this new movie. Hopefully he's walking again, which, yeah, might be a little unrealistic, but at this point, like, you kept him alive. So got to kind of do something about that. I mean, you got to do something with it. You got to do something with his character, I guess is my point at this point. If you kept him alive for a reason, do something with it. So I would rather them actually do something with his character than just keep him bedridden a whole movie. Listen, the Halloween franchise has a bad history of doing that to good characters. Gory B movie is in the chat. What is going on, Gory? What's up? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. We're gonna have to get on a stream sometime. We're gonna have to do that. I gotta get the whole gang on here. Hey, Gory, we've had a lot of people petitioning to get you on the Lethal Collective, so that's gonna have to happen. Have to happen. Speaking of which, I gotta write a little note for myself. I almost forgot about something. We are doing a stream with the Lethal Collective later today, by the way, if you guys are curious. We're going to have some more Kickstarter people on there. I have to send the email out because I almost forgot about that. So yeah, we'll have some more people from the Kickstarter who supported us there on tonight, giving us their horror opinions and all that. So we will have some guests tonight. If you're like, wow, I'm getting really sick of these four guys. Gangster Sus says runs away from Michael on crime. Yeah, like, that would be tough. That would be a tough movie to make, I think, if they went that route. Does Craven Something Scary run Lethal we're all kind of in charge of it. We're all, we all kind of do stuff for it. I'm working on. Listen, I'm just so busy right now. I'm working on a movie. I have a side project going on, which I'm kind of keeping secrets about. Don't want to say too much about that, but I just got a lot going on right now. I'm gonna take that channel way more seriously soon here. Gonna be posting like some actual videos on there. We've been kind of talking behind the scenes about like we should all just post theory videos together, like on that. And like I love doing the live streams as well, but like to actually post videos on there would be really cool, I think. That hat is fire. Thank you, Gory. I appreciate it. I need some more. I wear this all the time. I need some more horror beanies. I found that I got this at the Dawn of the Dead mall when I did my locations video for that. It's so much fun. I'm literally like this. I'm such a nerd. I'm in a regular mall basically, and I'm just geeking out about, oh my God, they filmed Dawn of the Dead here. And people are just looking at me all funny. You wouldn't believe what they changed and what they kept the same from the Dawn of the Dead mall. Like some things are exactly the same, like the pillars, the marble pillars with like the weird like gold things on them. I can't remember, like off the top of my head, I can't remember what it looked like, but like that looked the same. But then a lot of the stores totally different. Like where some of the stores were in the original movie, completely different. Like not even the same at all. And like the whole front of the building where like they filmed that one scene where it's like they put the trucks in front of during Dawn of the Dead, and like they're keeping that barricaded. You see all the zombies there. That's completely gone. They completely renovated that. There's a whole like cinema now there. So. Yes, Jason. Yes. Hospital scenes end tonight. No more hospital scenes. Listen, I understand why a horror movie would go to a hospital. It's only natural that eventually we would have a horror movie set in a hospital. You have people dying. You have people getting stabbed. Yeah, of course. Of course that's going to be the case. Eventually you're going to take it to a hospital. But we've done it a lot. We've done, especially in recent horror movies. Let's get away from the hospitals, okay? Let's have a new setting is what I say. I don't know. Just my thoughts. Frank needs to stay alive and become the new sheriff of... In the crossover event between Scream and Halloween, Frank Hawkins survives and goes to take down Ghostface. There's like a part of me that honestly would love to see that. I saw a really funny comment earlier and I'm going back to it. Jake is a busy bee and I'm allergic to bees. Well, listen, I won't be throwing any pollen your way. I won't be throwing none of that. I wouldn't do that to you. That would just be upsetting. KillJoy dies tonight. I shot him 6 times. Yeah, we get the point. There's a cool Friday the 13th one from Dumb Good. Ooh, I might have to do a little bit of shopping. Go on a bit of a shopping spree. If only I had money. Tara Carpenter, Chad, you thinking Chad will die in Scream 6. I'm kind of leaning towards Chad too. I could see it. I don't know if it's going to be an opening scene, if that plot description has any truth to it. Probably though. Listen, I don't see, like, if that plot description has any truth to it, which kind of reads, I'm paraphrasing here because I don't remember it just off the top of my head. Essentially, it was like, yeah, a past survivor is going to die in the opening scene, which brings Gale Weathers back to try to stop the Ghostface killings once again. It's probably going to be someone from Scream 5, realistically, which is really upsetting, but like, what, are you going to bring Kirby back just to kill her? You're going to bring the sorority girls from Scream 2 back just to kill him? No, they're not going to do that. They're going to bring someone back from the last movie because that's more recent, and they're going to kill that person in the opening scene. And it's going to be upsetting. I know we're going to open up to Chad, and it's him on the phone or something. He's just like, what's up? And then it's like, what's your favorite scary movie? Stab, stab, 11 minutes later. And it's just like, dang it. I love Mason Gooding too. He's fantastic. He's so good. He was one of my favorite characters in that new movie. But if he dies, kind of be upset about that. But kind of needs to happen for the murder mystery aspect to work, I think. I understand that side of the argument too. Because it's like, if you have 4 returning people, including Gale Weathers, well, not including Gale Weathers, on top of that, Gale Weathers and Sidney Prescott, it's going to be really tough for your murder mystery aspect to work when you basically have 6 people cleared to not be Ghostface. Unless they pull some kind of weird thing where it's like one of the surviving members was a Ghostface killer all along, but that just seems unlikely. So, Corey, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm putting it towards the beanie just because you suggested it. I'm getting that Friday the 13th beanie. It's happening. Thank you so much, Corey. I appreciate it. Everyone subscribe to Gory B Movie, by the way, if you have not. I have not checked her channel in a minute, but I believe she is almost at 2,000. Well, I literally just clicked on my own live stream. Whoops. Go check out Gory B Movie's channel and get her to 2,000 subscribers if she's not there yet. We're looking this up. We're looking this up right now. Because I type with one finger. She's at 1.86. Get her there, guys. Come on. Let's get that to 2K. Let's get that going. What's your opinion on Rob Zombie's Halloween duology? Asks Columns Law. Columns. I'm horrible at pronouncing things. I think it's not bad. I think there's a lot to love in that first movie. There's some really cool things there. But the portrayal of Michael, especially in that second movie, is just like, I don't know what the ideas bouncing around in the writing room was, but it doesn't feel like a Halloween movie to me. And I love Rob Zombie. Honestly, I do like a lot of his movies, especially House of a Thousand Corpses and, wow, totally slipping me with the Devil's Rejects. I really like those movies. Those are really good. Probably my favorite of his. I have not seen 31 yet, though. I know Richard Brake is in that. I believe Gory B Movie was the one to talk a little bit about that on the Lethal Collective stream the other day. And I'm like, I gotta see that. I love Richard Brake. I guess he plays like a really awesome killer in that movie. I gotta just watch it. My buddy Sean from Zombleader Studios, he made that Alien movie that I was in. If you guys have not seen Casadastrophobia, by the way, that was so much fun making that. Really cool. Highly recommend going over to Zombleader Studios, watching a lot of his movies. He has a new movie coming out actually in a day, which is really cool. We talked a little bit about that while filming that. We were like, he's like, dude, I got the 31 Steelbook and it's super cool. And like the Rob Zombie put my buddy Sean on his Instagram. Like if you look on his Instagram, he's actually in one of these pictures with the 31 Steelbook, I believe. I'll look that up later though. No one wants to watch me scrolling through Instagram, I don't think. Yes, R.I.P. Captain Spaulding. Very, very sad there. Very sad stuff. 31 had the perfect Joker. Okay, see, like I still gotta watch this. I hear it's fantastic. I actually saw Rob Zombie in concert when he was promoting that movie, and I thought this was really cool. I can see people not thinking this is sick, but he actually played the trailer for it like mid-concert. Like he just like the music stops, all this smoke and like this creepy red lighting starts going, and like the trailer for 31. I'm like, no way, this is so cool. I love Rob Zombie's music. Controversial opinion, I actually like Rob Zombie's music a little more than his movies, but that's just me. That's just my opinion. So, she said the thing. She said the thing. Everybody, she did the thing. Ha 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 ha. Thank you, Tara. I appreciate it. Good stuff. Good stuff. T. Parker Evans, what's going on, T. Parker? Scream 6 should open with 2 victims, but one survives, possibly Chad. I could see that being the case. Maybe Chad just gets attacked. You know, that could kind of do the same thing. Chad gets attacked by Ghostface. Everyone else tries to, you know, he said, obviously he's going to say something about it. So I could see that being the case. You know, that could get us to the same point where Gale Weathers gets involved again. Oh my God, there's another Ghostface. We have to take him down. So what? No way. Oh my God. I went to a Rob Zombie concert and, he was crowd surfing, sitting up, so I had to touch his butt to move him along. It was a pretty good butt. 10 out of 10 Rob Zombie butt. Nice. Oh my God. That's so funny. What's the that's an awesome story, by the way, Gory B movie. I wish I had that story. What is the name of the movie KillJoy Jake is in, not Red Right Hand, the one he was just talking about? Really, this is an insanely hard thing. I'm just going to put it in the chat because you are not going to be... I can barely spell this thing. Casadastrophobia. And basically all that means is like the fear of... And I think Did I spell that right? Nope, it's giving me the little red... You know what? I'm 90%. I'm 90% sure this is it. Casadastrophobia. If you look up Zomleader Studios, and you look up the Alien movie, like it's one of the most recent things that he's uploaded. Let me check that actually. I'm 90%. Why do I keep saying that? I'm 90% sure that it's like one of his recent uploads. Zomleader Studios. Yeah, I have a very small role in it, but oh man, it's fun. It's very fun. I had a great time doing it. Yeah, it's his third most recent upload. It's got like a blue thing on it. The logo's blue. It's got like almost 750 views from 3 weeks ago. Casadastrophobia 2022. I spelled that right. Holy crap. Wow. 2022 alien sci-fi short film. Yeah, I had a really good time filming that. Meeting all those people was a lot of fun. Oh my God. Some funny stuff that I'm reading. Funny stuff. It's really tough for me to, yeah. So it's necessary distraction. It's spelled ZOMBLEAD, like Zomleader. I didn't put the ER, but I think you know what I mean. Yeah, it's pretty nuts. I play a soldier essentially, and I get my face ripped off. A lot of fun. So I'll actually tell a little story about that. My face gets ripped off by an alien basically in the movie, and I have limited. You know, it's a very quick scene. It's nothing crazy. My face gets ripped off, and I'm covered in blood. And we're at his buddy's house. We're filming this in his buddy's backyard, and I'm just like, hey, so you mind if I use your shower, dude? And he's like, no. Like, he's like, dude, I'm sorry, man. My parents will kill me. He's like, I can't. I'm like, oh. What are we gonna do? You got a hose like or something? He's like, dude, no, I don't. I'm like, we really should have thought about this before we decided to ripping my face off. So I had to drive home over an hour away from where I live. Was where we were at, and I'm just covered in blood and guts. And like I remember, like I'm driving on the highway, and I don't know why I did this, but there's this truck came up next to me, and I just thought it would be really funny to just like go like like that, and like I scared the hell out of some dude. I shouldn't have done that. That was not that was bad. But I was also like I was freaking out the whole time about like getting pulled over. Like how do you explain that? How do you explain like, oh, I just got my face ripped off by an alien? You know, you can't. That doesn't happen. If a cop would have pulled me over in broad daylight with a bunch of fake blood on my face, he would have had some questions for me. I don't think I would have been making it out of that. Oh man, what do I think of X? It's probably my favorite horror movie of the year. X was fantastic. It was a straight up 10 out of 10, maybe one of the best slasher films I've ever seen. I was really blown away by it. It made me laugh, it made me cry, and it made me reel back in disgust at some of the kills. What more can I ask for from a slasher film? What's up, Dino? What's going on? What's up? Dino, I don't know. What's up, Jake? Longtime fan, first time on your live. Really happy to be here. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Hope everything is cool. Everything is fantastic. Everything is cool as a cucumber, as they say. So things are going great. Isn't that a little fancy pants? I like stab. That's funny, Ghostface. Good stuff. Is Tommy alive? I don't know. Question mark. Exclamation point. Is Tommy still alive? Just a theory. I don't know. I mean, I could see it happening. You know, like I said, it's one of those things where I feel like it could happen, but probably not. Anthony Michael Hall or whatever was like, I don't think there was any word of him possibly being on the set. So it's probably not going to happen, but it's something I thought about. Like, hey, it'd be kind of cool if they brought back another character like that for some kind of purpose, some kind of intense for this next movie. So. Explain X poorly. I love it. What seat are you sitting in on the stew train? I'm at the back. I'm at the caboose. I'm that guy no one wants to talk to because I got some like weird things to say. I'm like the guy from Grave Encounters 2. Like no one really wants to talk to me, you know, but I'm there. You know, I'm still there. What's something you'd like to see in Halloween Ends? Like we got Michael's highest kill count in this last movie. That was awesome. I think the biggest thing I want from Halloween Ends is just a really compelling ending. I mean, I know that sounds like very literal and really like, like, damn, that's pretty like, yeah, pretty straightforward, Jake. Give me something a little more than that. But that's the most important thing. Night is messaging me about the thing tonight. The thing tonight. Let me, Jake. What? That is, I can't even read that. Steven, what are you doing, man? I really, that's the biggest thing. That's the most important aspect of it to me, is to have a really compelling ending. Something that like the whole movie, like I want this movie to be kind of a slow burn. I want this movie to be kind of a slow burn. We have a few Michael kills here and there. You know, we learn a lot. I want there to be a lot of exposition with Laurie. What has she been doing for the past 4 years? What has Allison been doing to help her grandmother out? What is Hawkins up to? What is Lindsay Wallace doing? I want to know a lot about what they've been doing the past 4 years. And I'm totally fine with this movie spending a long time on that, especially if this movie ends with an absolutely bonkers twist, crazy ending. That's what I want the most. That's what I want the most from Halloween Ends. That's the most important thing to me, I think. We got to have some explanation for what's been going on the past 4 years. We left off almost kind of on a cliffhanger with Halloween Kills. It's kind of arguable. So I want to hint at, to a Silver Shamrock spinoff somewhere in Halloween Ends. Listen, they could do that. They could 100% make a Season of the Witch remake movie, and I would be there for it. I'm like, listen, I'm totally down for that. I love Season of the Witch. It's so underrated. It should not be called Halloween. It should have just been Season of the Witch. Should have been just a movie that John Carpenter produced and put out there with the absolutely sexy and amazing Tom Atkins, the most irresistible man this world has ever seen. My God, that mustache. God damn. I wish I had a picture of him so I could just throw him up on the screen right now. Do you think the clown cops from Halloween 5 should show up in Halloween Ends? I'm going to be disappointed if they don't. I wonder if anyone's like watching this stream taking me seriously right now. And they're just like, God, this guy has horrible opinions. Have I watched Tucker and Dale versus Evil? I love that film. Oh God. That's a fantastic movie. It's really tough to do meta commentary, whatever. Right. It's really tough to do that. I feel like there's really only a handful of horror movies that get it right. And this is one of them. This, Scream, Cabin in the Woods, and then the rest of them are like, oh, I've seen a few more movies. Like, listen, I liked a lot of what Scare Package did with its practical effects. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but the meta humor is just too much. It's tough. It's really not an easy thing to balance as a writer. It's you want to have that focus on it, but if you put too many little meta jokes, it gets like, it kind of falls on top of itself. Is how I feel about it. It's like, it's too much. We get the point. Like it's almost like you have to judge your audience's intelligence. Like, if you put too much in there, if you put too many allusions to what you're talking about, too many winks, people are going to be like, okay, yeah, I get it. you got to put like little nods, little things in there to allude to what you're referencing, and people will get it. Horror fans will get it. If they're watching this really obscure, weird movie that you put out, which essentially is Scare Package, yeah, they're going to get the reference. There's too many in-your-face references in that movie, and I've seen this across multiple other horror movies. Scare Package is just the one that came to mind for whatever reason, where it's a little too in-your-face. Like, we have that one character talking like, oh, I'm the Randy from Scream, dude. Like, that's my character. Like, that's too in-your-face, man. You could have just said, I'm the Randy, and people would have gotten it. Honestly, I think that would have been enough. Some people might have been confused, but like the people who have seen one of the most iconic horror films of all time, Scream, would totally get it. Be like, oh yeah, totally, duh, yeah. They do have a Easter egg on the masks from Season of the Witch and Halloween Kills, right? But like, are they going to make a whole movie based off of that idea? Like, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to see that remake. It's going to be tough to cast for the Tom Atkins role. He is the sexiest human being who has ever walked this earth. So it's going to be really hard to fill those shoes. But actually, in Gory B movie, I did really like Scare Package. It's just the humor was a bit off to me, I feel. But I'm actually pumped to see that. That's really cool. That's getting a sequel. That's badass. Shudder puts out a lot of really good stuff, by the way. If you guys listen, I'm not even sponsored by Shudder yet. Please, horror gods. I'm not even sponsored by Shudder. I'm just gonna be straight up with you though. It's fantastic. Like, listen, that's the one thing I will 100% endorse no matter what. It's fantastic. I've had Shudder for a very long time. A lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff coming from there. And next month, holy crap, we're getting The Sadness. I don't know if you guys have heard about The Sadness. It looks like it's going to be one of the best zombie movies of all time, though. I've heard nothing but rave reviews about this thing. A lot of the horror YouTubers I watch, I really love Spooky Astronauts. I love her page a lot. That's one that I watch frequently. She talked really highly of that recently. And I've heard a few really good reviews about it. That Master Chaos also was telling me that he's like, oh, dude, it's insane. It's really good. So I'm waiting to watch it until it drops on Shudder. I believe it's May 12th that comes, but I'm so pumped for that. I'm literally so excited. The Voices was cool. I really like The Voices. That's the Ryan Reynolds one where he's like crazy and he's like animals are talking to him, right? And he's like a total psychopath. Oh yeah. That one was a lot of fun. Ryan Reynolds needs to make some more horror movies. He's also in the Amityville like horror remake, which from like 2003, which is kind of rough. Kind of rough. Okay, that's a bit nice. It's rough. But he could do some more horror movies. Oh, and what's the one where Buried, Trapped? I can't remember the name of that one, but that one's also really good. VHS 94 was great. Makes me want to check out Shudder's Creepshow. Creepshow was pretty good. Creepshow was fun. The practical effects are amazing. They do some digital stuff every now and then, but when they show you a really practical monster or something, it always looks really good. It's hit or miss with the episodes, but it's really enjoyable. All of them are enjoyable. That whole thing is. I've only watched the first 2 seasons. I believe there's 3 seasons now, but Creepshow is really fun on Shudder. Highly recommend getting it, by the way. Strangers Prey at Night. Underrated as hell. 100%. Listen, Johannes Roberts, the director of that and the new Resident Evil movie, is so underrated. I love the guy so much. I've been meaning to rewatch 47 Meters Down, which was one of his first movies, I believe. I don't know. I don't know about that, but I know it's one of his, like, that's the first time I heard about the guy. And I didn't love that movie the first time I watched it, but I watched Strangers Prey at Night and I watched the new Resident Evil film. And I'm just like, the way this man uses the camera is ingenious. I mean, it's so, I love it. I love the little slow zoom he does to like build tension, and it's this really long shot where it's like the slow zoom on something really creepy, and like you can't quite see it at first. He does that in Resident Evil and Strangers Prey at Night, where it's like, what is that? Oh my god, what's going on? And then like something crazy happens, and it hits you too fast, and that's why it's so scary. He does an amazing job setting up scares. I really love both of those movies. Got to rewatch 47 Meters Down with all that in mind though. So nice. Tara's killing it out here. Tara is killing it with these quotes. I'm loving it. Okay, hey, listen. I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that. You got me there. You caught me red-handed. Hard for me to argue with that. I really can't. Gory's got a great point there. Do you like Tremors? Yeah, I really like Tremors. I'm probably in the minority with this, but I actually really like the Jamie Kennedy movies. I think they're fun. You know, that's what Tremors has always been. It's not like a series that's supposed to be like really deep social commentary, genius plotline. No, that's not the point. You know, they're supposed to just be really funny, silly movies, and a lot of them are. The only Tremors movie I really don't like is the latest one, Shrieker Island. That is just that's rough. I really like all the rest of them though. If you guys watch the kill count from Dead Meat about that, Zoran has some really cool opinions on all of those. He made some really good points, I think, about all those movies. Good stuff from them. Dead Meat's like the best horror YouTube channel out there, so it's kind of hard to be like, yeah, they're always pumping out good stuff from them. Eric Jr. Hi Jake, was gonna ask you, what's your favorite kill? I don't like, listen, I like rap and metal, man. I don't listen to a whole lot of Kelly Clarkson, I'm gonna be honest. Rap and metal are my two big things. I listen to everything though. You know, like I don't discriminate when it comes to music genres. I'm just gonna do a quick Google search on Kelly Clarkson. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Listen, if this is where you want to take the conversation, this is where we're taking the conversation. All right. I take my chat very seriously here. Okay, since you've been gone, I know that song. I know that, you know, that's the one song I know from this library of songs. Yeah, sure. You know what who I really like is I really like me some Doja Cat. That what was the Planet Her? I really liked Planet. Like that was a banger fucking album. fight me, but I love Doja Cat. Some good stuff. Has anyone seen Rosemary's Baby? I love Rosemary's Baby. Really, really interesting flick. Something I really enjoy about it is the fact that they don't show the creepy baby. They talk about it. You know, they talk about this creepy looking baby. Its eyes. Why is its eyes so? Why its eyes are so black or whatever she says. That's terrifying. It's a great study of not showing your creature, even though they do kind of show the demon in that one scene early on in the film. You don't get to see what the baby looks like, and I think in a lot of ways that's scarier than actually showing it. So, that's an argument right there about showing a creature, not showing a creature. What's the right time? How much of the creature should you show for it to be terrifying? Like, I personally think Jaws or like Insidious is the best use of that, and that's a really weird connection to make, I know, but you get like little glimpses of what the creature can look like throughout like Insidious, throughout Jaws, and then you get like a reveal of what like a full body of what it looks like. And to me, that's the best way to do it. Like, give us little teases of it. Like, give us like Insidious, for example, will give us this little like that noise, like that bone breaking noise, and it's the motif of the lipstick demon. And then as the movie progresses, we see in the dream sequence, Barbara Hershey is talking about like, oh, I went to Dalton's room and someone was standing in the corner, and we see the outline of the character now. But then like a minute later, it's right behind Patrick Wilson. We see half of its face. Whoa, you know, one of the coolest jump scares of all time. Oh my God, that was sweet. And then later on in the movie, we basically get like a full like face of it in the third act. That to me is the best use of showing your creature, I think. But also, it's tough it's like Rosemary's Baby does a really good job of making it scary without showing you anything. It does a lot with a lot less, which is very interesting to me. He has his father's eyes. Yes, thank you. What's wrong with his eyes? I love, like, oh God, that scene still gives me chills. Rosemary's Baby is fantastic. It is really fantastic film. I was a kid when Rosemary's Baby came out, and my parents would not let me see it. I watched it as an adult and wondered what the deal was. You didn't think it was that scary, Jen? Is that what you're getting at? You're like, oh, can't believe they didn't show this to me. It wasn't that bad, you know? I liked it. I liked it. It's a good movie. I think it's scary towards the end without showing too much. I like to see more interesting Scream kills. They all are always typical stabbings. The Scream series shakes things up a bit. Yeah, the series has some good kills. None are coming to mind, really, though. I think for me, with this next movie, we had a lot of stabs in the last film. The coolest kills of the entire movie were not even done by Ghostface, in my opinion. I want that to change in Scream 6. I want to see some really creative kills. And I gotta say, we had a heavy focus on that when writing Red Right Hand. And you listen, there's 2 knife kills in the entire movie, and let me tell you, there's not just 2 kills in Red Right Hand. We have a lot of very creative kills that are going to be difficult to execute, but I'm very excited for it. Hopefully Scream 6 can do the same. Hopefully they can give us some really creative and disgusting, gory kills. Because to my knowledge, the goriest kill we've gotten in the Scream movies is like Dewey's death, with all the guts falling on the ground. And it's like, it hasn't really gotten crazier than that at times. Like Olivia's death in Scream 4 was very bloody, and I appreciated that. But let's step it up with this next movie is what I say. Oh, Violent Night. It's being produced by the makers of John Wick and Nobody. I have not. There's been so much news this week, if you could not tell from the 12 videos I made this week or whatever. Oh my God, there's just been so much going on. I gotta catch up. Even I have to catch up with the news this week. Wow, like so much going on. That sounds very interesting. Okay, is that the one that's kind of like Silent Night, Deadly Night? Or no, because I heard there was something going on with that remake. Because I heard, that movie's been, that was announced a while ago, I believe, that they're making a new Silent Night, Deadly Night at some point. I don't know if that's what it is or not, but I'll have to look into that. I'll have to look into it. When is Red Right Hand coming out? Hopefully, if everything goes to plan, December 20th, on the 26th anniversary of the original Scream. Isn't that fitting? Isn't that fitting? Isn't that perfect? Hopefully, we can do that. Hopefully. So things are getting crazy behind the scenes. So I'll have a video talking about that tomorrow. I know I promised it today, but your boy's tired. Your boy's having a crazy week. So have you seen The Hills Run Red? No, I have not. I'll have to add it to the watch list. Hills Run Red. Tonight, the hills run red with Burgundy's blood. That just reminded me of Anchorman. Unfortunately, I can quote like everything from Anchorman, and I'm not proud of it. So Is there still a Kickstarter or something like that for Red Right Hand? We just finished it up at the end of March. We got funded at the 0 hour, pretty much. We got funded for it. So we are gonna next week. We gotta go and buy everything. So we're just gonna go on a shopping spree for everything we need. Fake blood, another Ghostface robe. I think we need. What else do we need? I have a whole list somewhere of everything that we have to buy. Me and Matt spent an entire night going through the list and going through the script. I mean, and making a list of like things we need. We're like, oh, okay, we're gonna need 2 buck 119 knives for that scene. We're gonna need this. We're gonna need blood. We're gonna need all this crap. Yeah. So, hey Jake, I just got home from school. If you remember, I had a story I was writing and started the first 2 pages of chapter 3. Nice. I hope it's coming along good. If you have any writer's block or anything, just I'm here. I'm live. I'm vibing. Ask me for something if you need help. I guess I got your back. Got your back. I quote Wayne's World and Who Framed Roger Rabbit daily. Nice. Olivia's death was so brutal. So was Dewey's and Stephen Orth. Yeah, good point. Good point. Stephen Orth and Casey Becker's death were very brutal, very gory. Very good kills. I know of Rubber. I've never actually sat down to watch it. That's one of those movies where it's like you hear the concept of it and it's just like, yeah, like Rubber, of course. The killer tire movie. Like, come on. Of course I've heard of that. Slacks is another movie in that same vein, which I watched recently. I really like Slacks. That was a lot of fun. Killer jeans that suck up blood. Like they crawl up to the blood like this and they kind of just go. You guys like that? You like that little noise? I don't even like that little noise. When baby's face talks and the hills run red, it's crazy. Okay, well now I'm really curious about what the hell is going on in this movie. Holy crap. Dang. I got Jamie Kennedy's number and my mom caught me texting him. I'd be texting Jamie Kennedy too. I'd be like, "What's up, fam?" That's probably what I would send him. I've met a few celebrities where I went into it thinking, if I'm just really if I'm really friendly, maybe they'll give me some kind of like weird story that we can talk about. Something really weird. I met I'm trying to think. I met a few people at this point. I haven't met a whole lot of horror people. I got to go to some cons and change that up. Literally I'm thinking about going to this con in Michigan in a couple of weeks because it's not too far away. I guess some of the Scream cast members from the original movie are going to be there. So I'm like, hey, I gotta do that. I gotta go there. I talked about this on the last stream. My buddies went and met Nev Campbell and sent me a picture without even they didn't even tell me. They didn't even tell me they were going. They were just like, hey, look at this. We're with Nev Campbell. They signed our Scream 5, our Scream 5 movies. Isn't that cool? And I'm just like, yeah, I don't want to kill you or whatever. No, I'm totally kidding. But, yeah, they sent me those pictures and I'm totally kidding. They were so thrilled. And they met Nev and asked her about Scream 6. They're like, oh, are you excited for Scream 6? She said something that they told me they couldn't tell me. They're like, listen, dude, if you were just like one of our buddies, we could tell you, but like, we can't, you run a horror news page. Like, we can't tell you that, man. I'm like, but come on, like, please. They wouldn't tell me what she said. She said something interesting about Scream 6 apparently though. So that's kind of why I'm like, I kind of want to meet her and say like, hey, what's up with Scream 6? What are your thoughts on that? It's pretty crazy, right? I mean, I'm not fishing for information. Definitely not. You guys are going to see my disgusting hair for a second here. Look at this. What is going on? Beanie hair. That's what I like to call it. Beanie hair. I don't even need these. I always wear these and I don't need them. There we go. Knowing you're the biggest Scream fan. Yeah. That's why they sent me the pictures. They're just like, oh yeah, like, oh, Jake's gonna love this. But it's like, you couldn't have told me. She was in Cincinnati. That's like 3 hours away from Cleveland, man. I would have loved to have I would have killed to have been there. Think we will ever get a Halloween game. Isn't there like an old like NES game for Halloween, or am I wrong? Maybe I'm wrong. I feel like that was maybe a thing, but maybe not. Hopefully a new one will come soon. We have Dead by Daylight. We have Dead by Daylight with Michael. So there's that. There is that. Will you reference other horror movies in your film? Yes, and yes. There's not only references to the Scream franchise as a whole. I can't elaborate any further. If I say which movie, listen, if I say which movie we reference, you will know exactly what is going to happen in Red Right Hand. So, or at least for a specific kill scene. So I can't necessarily give any more information on that, but yes, we do reference some other some other flicks. So, what's up, Denisha? How's it going? What's up? What's up? Welcome to the stream. We're just talking a little bit about beanie hair. We're talking about Halloween games. We're talking about talking about Wolf Creek now. I just watched the first one for the first time recently. I was it was okay. You know, it wasn't bad. I was kind of expecting more, honestly, from it. My biggest thing about it was the whole plot. Trust me, I'm spoiling nothing, Steven. You have no idea. The whole plot of it was kind of like, it totally relied on the fact that the characters made really stupid decisions. That's the only reason that movie was close to 90 minutes long. And I take issue with that. I haven't seen the second one yet. I'm going to watch it though. I hear they're making a third one, so I kind of want to be up to date on those movies to talk about that. So Jake's my dad's best friend's mate's sister's dad's friend's brother dad. That's me. That's me, the dad best friend sister guy. That's me. I'm the sister of your dad. Green gaze. What's your favorite scary movie? Listen, I've had people ask me this before. How can I narrow it down to just one? It's one of those questions that's just impossible to answer. To quote the late great Nicolas Cage from his new movie, the unbearable weight of mass talent. My God. I really liked that. I really like that film, by the way. One of my favorite scary movies, though, I really like Hereditary because it really got me into horror, really plunged me deep into this. Scream, kind of, that's definitely in my top 10 for sure. I love The Thing. The Thing is up there. The Thing is so masterfully well done. Typically, my favorite horror movies, though, are from the 70s and the 2010s. That's what I find myself watching the most. I just really like both of those eras. The 80s and the 90s, also have some great stuff, but for whatever reason, 70s, 2010s, both of those eras just hit the spot for me, personally. I'm probably the only person who feels that way about horror, but I don't know. It just hits different. Thoughts on Oculus? Listen, I keep saying listen. I got to stop doing that. The absolute, one of the best horror directors that is so underrated is Mr. Mike Flanagan. He is fantastic. Everything he touches, the guy, it just turns to gold. I mean, my God. And Oculus is one of his films. Love that. He did Oculus, Hush, Doctor Sleep, the one on Netflix, a bunch of movies, that one Stephen King movie on Netflix that I can't remember for the life of me right now. Gerald's Game. I love all those films. Like, all good stuff. I also really like The Babadook. Yes, The Babadook's fantastic. Really good movie. The kid's a bit annoying. You got to get past that, but then it's like, okay, this is good. This is some good stuff. I got you. Mod Squad. I have no idea. I can't do that from StreamYard. See, like what I'm looking at this little like StreamYard thing. I'm not even on YouTube right now, technically. So we're gonna change that right now, though. We're gonna go into my own live stream. I'm gonna invade my own live stream. Is this meta? Question mark. Add moderator. Bam! You have been knighted. You have been knighted, my good friend. So funny. You're going to be like corn syrup. Same stuff they use for pig's blood and carry. Good reference right there. Got to lick my fingers. I'm not really going to lick my fingers. That's pretty gross. Pretty unsanitary. Don't lick your fingers. Don't do that. My favorites are James Wan type of movies. I really just like about everything that guy puts out. The only movie that I'm like kind of meh about from his horror catalog is Dead Silence, but even that is still so enjoyable. I still really like that film. I'm not crazy about that movie, but it's fun. It's a fun movie. I really enjoyed it. Has a lot of similarities to Saw and Insidious. It's that in between movie between both of those, and you can really feel that in that film. In a lot of ways, it feels like the original Saw, and in a lot of ways, it feels like it's been like his style. You can see the maturity between Saw and Dead Silence, and then going into Insidious especially. It's really cool. It's really cool to see how James Wan progressed. So how his style matured, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. You can see that in Dead Silence, and I really appreciate that. Necessary distraction. Yeah, listen. I've been meaning to watch his shows. I watched a little bit of what's the other Haunting of Hill House is what I watched a little bit of. I got through a couple. I think I almost got through nearly all of that, and I really liked it. It's fantastic. I hear Midnight Mass is even better. I got to sit down and just watch these shows because wow, I was really impressed with Hill House, and I'm very excited to watch that. What he does another one too. That's I can't remember. It's totally slipping my mind right now. Hush, yeah, Hush is a fantastic film. Loved that. Really good stuff. Did we see the little Halloween trailer? Wait, what? Yes, so I know of the Halloween trailer. I have not seen it yet with the little ending scene in the kitchen. I talked a little bit about it in a recent video, and we'll probably be talking about it a little bit on the Lethal Collective tonight. And yes, we are going live on the Lethal Collective tonight at 6. So I'm probably going to be getting off here in like maybe 10 more minutes or so. So I want to get a little rest in before I go and talk some more over there. So Midnight Mass is so good. Okay, I gotta watch it. It's on the watch list as soon as I have some time. Oh. oh my God, Jen. I don't even think I can say that on stream without YouTube being like, no. Susan's gonna come down on me with the demonetization hammer. Be like, no, thank you. Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna wrap up here because I'm not gonna lie. Just wanted to do a quick little stream. Wanted to talk to everybody. Wanted to say hi. Wanted to do a little last minute like, what's going on, everybody? How's it hanging? And then if you want to hear me talk a little more in like an hour and a half, head on over to the Lethal Collective page where we're gonna be absolutely fucking vibing tonight. So I gotta send out some emails to some of the people from the Kickstarter because of that. That didn't make any sense. I gotta send out emails to the people who are going to be a part of that stream later tonight who supported us at the Kickstarter. Thank you to those people. I have a list of their names right here, but I cannot remember them for the life of me, and I'm not going to pull it up because you guys don't care. So thank you guys so much for watching this stream. Thanks for hanging out with me. I greatly appreciate it. We had a great time talking. It's always a pleasure talking with you guys. We'll be doing some crazy long streams again next week because your boy's tired. It's been a long month. It's been totally crazy. This was my first month by myself, just doing YouTube. So like I've been kind of going hard. I was really nervous about it too. I was like, I don't know, if this is gonna work out. And for the most part, things are going good so far. So I'm pretty happy with it. So thank you guys for stopping by. Don't forget to kill it out there. Peace.